Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Still haven't gotten that chair fixed, but it's okay. Welcome to the Chocolate Report, where we give you chocolate news straight up, no chaser. You could have been anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with me, your host, Jackson. Z Jackson. And I thank you for tuning in. Yes, it's still me. I just have a new do. Let's get that out the way. Profile. All right. First up in chocolate news. The chair. Still not. First up in chocolate news, we have the Am I the Daddy Daycare segment. Now, in this case, Jesse Jackson, you are the father. A moment of pleasure, as a wise man said, can cause a lifetime of pain. Ain't that right, Jesse? Well, Karen Stanford, the mother of Jesse Jackson's 12-year-old love child, is alleging that the Reverend Feelgood owes her child support about $11,694.50 worth, sources say. Now, the minimum monthly payments, it was set for $400, but court documents filed with the LA Superior Court state that Jackson has failed to fork over even $1 to Stanford between December 2010 and August 2011. Now, Stanford and Jackson, for those who don't know, they had a 4-year affair, and in 1998, news of Stanford's pregnancy hit the media fan. And when questioned, all Jackson could say was, "Hickory, dickory, dock. She slipped and fell on my cock." I had to finish it. Quoted, really. We were there. We were there at 7 years old. We were there. And that's what he said. Now, both Jackson and Stanford, y'all know that's how he talks. Stop it. Don't look at me like that. Both Jackson and Stanford are due in court soon. Good luck. Another chocolate news. And still on the Am I the Daddy Daycare tip, Rick Ross, the boss, is denying a claim that he fathered a 3-year-old son with a Georgia woman named Tyresha Childers. Well, it's Childers' child that Rick Ross is now denying. Ross, the boss, said he ain't going out like no sucker. He says, and is demanding a DNA test to clear his name. Now, the 36-year-old Childers is being described as a destitute woman with no income coming in. Okay, according to documents, Childers is an obstacle. It's a big hurdle for me. Her last name, has no income aside from the $694 a month in disability payments she receives. She also claims to have no money in the bank. It is not clear as to what her disability is exactly, but, I suspect it had something to do with that terrible judgment call to sleep with Rick Ross. But the boss, Rick Ross, says that he's never even slept with a woman, let alone gotten her pregnant. And he wants to prove it with that DNA test. I can't hit it right like he does. Indeed, Rick Ross. Indeed. Another chocolate news. Just pretend I'm rolling. Improvise. Aretha Franklin now holds the record for the shortest engagement ever in the history of engagements. Her engagement is called off with her boo thing, but there doesn't necessarily seem to, be trouble in paradise. Miss Aretha announced January 3rd that she would wed longtime friend William Willie Wilkerson. No, I didn't make that up. That's his name. Now, Aretha released a statement saying that Will and I have decided we're moving a little too fast, and there were a number of things that had not been thought through thoroughly. It's just all kind of hurdles today. Well, there will be no wedding at this time. We will not comment on it any further because of the very personal and sensitive nature of it. We appreciate all the many well wishes from friends. I can't joke on Aretha. I can't. She is the queen of soul. But I do wish her and Big Willie the best. I truly, truly do. And while we're on the topic of soul, I really would like to send out a very heartfelt rest in peace to Miss Etta James, who passed away at the age of 73 in her hometown, Southern California. Hey, Southern California, Los Angeles, stand up. Okay. James, she lost her battle with leukemia, Alzheimer's, kidney disease, and hepatitis C. And even with all these ailments throughout the years, she's always kept her vibrant, sassy, no-nonsense spirit. Something that's truly admirable. Now, James was truly a music legend, and her millions of fans worldwide will certainly miss her. I know I will. Rest in peace, Miss Etta James. Another chocolate news. A 101-year-old Detroit woman is not allowed to return home. Texana Hollis, 101 years old, was evicted from her home after her 65-year-old son failed to pay property taxes linked to a reverse mortgage. Now, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development foreclosed on the home and told Hollis 2 days later that she could not return home. Now, 4 months later, Hollis, who has lived in her home for 60 years, is being told that she cannot move back in, period, because her house is not in livable condition. Now, upon first learning about this story, I thought, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, you suck. But do you know who the real scumbag is in this whole thing? The son. Reports say that Hollis' son has been MIA after taking out the reverse mortgage I mentioned earlier for the $32,000 assessed value of the property. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development is saying that it's going to take a lot of money to bring Hollis' home up to code. Hollis's home up to code. I'm so mad. I can't pronounce my S's. So angry. Now, that's money that she does not have. She's 101 years old. Okay? Now, thank God she's currently staying with a former Sunday school student who has offered a room in her home. So when you go back home to your hole-in-the-wall apartment where roaches are playing spades in your kitchen, and you think to yourself, damn it, there must be something better. There is not. Okay, know that there is not. That there are Miss Hollises in the world. There are Tinks in the world that don't have a little crusty, dusty apartment to go into and play spades with the roaches in your kitchen. It's actually dinner time. I'm supposed to be cooking for him soon. Okay? But it's not about me. It's about the 99%, which I am a part of. So is Miss Hollis. We're going to pray for her over here at the Chocolate Report and hope that everything works out. But this is a story that we certainly will be following. Developing story. Thank you for tuning into the Chocolate Report, where every Monday evening we give you the news straight, no chaser. We appreciate you tuning in and sticking with us. Tell a friend. And as always, good night and stay chocolate.